Okay. So, again, I'm getting multiple streaming sources set up here to have, oh, my cords are all mixed up. There we go. I want this one. So, craft and chat. Let me set this phone. I'll figure this out. Set my phone up with TikTok so I can be live on TikTok and YouTube. If you were here yesterday, you saw my attempts at this. Alright, I'm missing and plug it in that way. What I'm going to try this. There we go. Trying to find a way to put all this together. Hey, I saw someone come in. I'm setting stuff up. I gotta charge my phone while I do. My computer has YouTube. This phone's gonna have TikTok. I just gotta get it set to where people can see me. Will this work? I think that will, because I'm not gonna be typing. It's time to craft and chat. There we go. This is my webcam, so I can move that. Awesome. And then there was one. Did I turn it off? No, good. I got a computer over here. I'm going to be doing some video editing today and chatting with everybody. Which, okay, move this. I'm going to start. Alright, so while that's going, my hair brushed out. Diamond Moss Square. That's what I am editing today. It's kind of taking you guys along this trip with me. Hi, Heather. Which I got multiple platforms going at once. If you have questions, I will read them out loud for the other platforms. For some reason, Instagram And open it up. There we go. Hit the record button. So I got Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube going. So I'm working on this square right here, diamond moss stitch. It is a reversible square here. Got my computer going. I'm going to be editing the video, which, let me see, webcam. I can review to where you watch the video editing. Of course, nobody wants to stare at the computer here. If I do that, you can see all my streaming things. Trying to find best place to sit the camera, the webcam. Changing my lights. There, that's better. See if I can angle this to where you can see the computer without all the glare. That's not going to work. Good. All right. All right. This is back over here. Hey guys, I'm streaming from 3 different platforms right now. If you have questions and stuff, just ask them. I will read them out loud for the other accounts I got going. That light's too bright. All right, that works. But today, I'm going to be editing videos, which I can adjust. I'll adjust TikTok. All right, TikTok. Phone's going to be a little crazy for a moment because I got it plugged in while I'm trying with my camera. There we go. Alright, so if you want to follow the actual editing process itself, move this up, move this one up. Alright. See if you guys are able to see that. Yes, so this is what I will be doing. I'm going to be editing. Let's see if I have comments there. Let's see if there's comments over here. All right. Also, I would like to know the people who are in the chats right now. What is the best day and time to be doing lives? I'm trying to figure out what accounts to go on live and when to go on live. Which Instagram, I was having trouble with my speaker yesterday. So if there's trouble hearing me on Instagram, let me know. I'm on TikTok and YouTube as well. I'm going to go ahead and get started editing. I feel this I can angle better. You don't want to just see our heating unit, but you also might want to see some of what I'm doing on the computer. All right. Well, So I've got my initial, let me see, 1227. I've got all my clips on there, my opener and closer. I write down the time that it is when I start the editing process. Which this one, okay. On any, I'll just do Looming. Looming. And we'll make that centered. Diamond, moss, stitch. And let me try 70. Alright, I need to angle these so you guys can see what I'm doing on the computer. My rambling just don't make no sense. Looming. And the center. Diamond, moss, stitch. Square. Let's try making it 60. Alright, let's do 50. Not 65. 50. If you guys have comments or anything, throw them out. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to watch me edit videos, if you want to just sit and knit with me, yeah, let me know what it is everybody is, what you guys want. So I've got YouTube. That one I should be able to get better. I can get a better view for you guys. So my computer is right here. But when I do it like this, you guys get all the blur. Oh wait, maybe not, maybe not. Alright, that may be an acceptable angle. As long as I'm not going to knock everything down, because I may. Alright, so I am on. Let me open up my Google Docs. Oh, wrong one. Alright, let's try something substantially smaller. Center this. There we go. And this one I didn't use the 60 peg topper. I just used the rotating double knit loom, 1/2 inch gauge. Rotating double knit loom. We'll do that from KB Looms. Let's center all those. No, I don't like that. Ooh, anyhow, okay. Yarn is basic stitch. I use turquoise heather. Ooh, did I spell turquoise correctly? Yes. Okay. Didn't add tools. Guys, have any questions? Throw them out. I can chat while I'm doing this. If I'm in between a spot that I'm listening to, I will check and respond when I'm done. Loom, yarn, colorway, weight, notions. Yes, good enough. Which I listened through the video like 3-4 times before I'm done with this process.
In this video, we'll be doing our diamond moss stitch block. This project is done on any 1/2 inch gauge loom with at least 50 pegs. I used Lion Brand basic stitch yarn in turquoise heather. That is a number 4 worsted weight yarn with a 185. The pattern is rowed out in 2 ways. It just row by row. You see row 7 through 50, you repeat. So I do have that rowed out to where it's at 7, that would be row 51. You can just tally them off as you go, which of course 50 rows, that does take a bit of space to have those all rowed out. You can also follow by the chart if you would like. It is rowed out if there's an empty square, that is a knit stitch. If there is a dot in the square, that is a purl stitch. Row 7 through 50, you repeat 1 time. That's why this is highlighted, and then you will just finish out with those rows. This is what the square looks like. I really like how this one turned out. It's such a fun texture. It looks like, okay, there's a square, but maybe there's a square. You can move it in different directions. I am very happy with how this project turned out.
I dropped something. It's okay.
In this video, we will be doing the diamond moss stitch block.
Okay,
this project can be done on any 1/2 inch gauge loom with at least 50 pegs. I am using Lion Brand yarn, basic stitch, and turquoise heather. It is a number 4 worsted weight yarn with 185 yards. The pattern is rowed out in 2 different ways. I do have it rowed out each individual row. So you can see row 7.
So delete that and close up the gap.
I'm going to mark peg 1, 7.
Okay, we got our pegs we mark.
20, 26, 32.
Where's my clipboard? Here it is.
44 and peg 50. See the first 2 and the last 2 stitches, I have marked a different color. That is because
I might be able to set this up better on this side.
up here is an off stitch, so that just helps separate those out. Go ahead and get this cast on the loom.
Much better. There we go. Alright, I can adjust this stuff a bit more now.
Pull your working yarn through the loop. Tighten it up. See, it just looks like if you mess back there, just take it out of the way.
Let me share my live.
Now the new loop we put behind peg 2, both of the strands. Pull the working yarn
There we go.
through it. This is, you are creating a crochet chain.
Alright, so I gotta set this up and still be able to use my keyboard here. I sit here, you don't get a good enough view. Alright, I'm going to have to do it back here. Which if you guys prefer, I can do it to where you're just seeing me and not the computer. That's how I have Instagram going right now. Instagram is just a straight shot of me. do my cast on, which this, I will fast forward all of that. There we go. Cut it there. And then cut it right before it's done. I remove the sound to it. And we're going to speed it up. Wait, that was not, no. Go back, what I did. Here, click on it, right click. Where's my speed? Show speed controller. Oh, there it is. We'll do 8 times as fast. So we only want it to last for, maybe 10 seconds. And that's where it ends.
Cast on is done. Now for row 1, our working yarn is coming from peg 50 right here. So we're going to slip that peg or skip it. The working yarn is coming from it. If we go ahead and wrap that again, we'll just end up with kind of like little knots at the edge, and that's fine. I prefer having the smooth edge like this. It really makes it a lot easier when you're joining the squares later. Alright, so that first one we skip, and then if it's purl 1, all the way back to peg 1. The dots, that's your purl, purl stitch. Working yarn below the stitch on the peg, loom tool down in the top of the stitch. Grab that working yarn.
Hey guys, on Instagram, if you're having trouble hearing me, I'm also streaming live on TikTok and YouTube right now.
For my knit stitch, I'm just doing a U stitch. Just around the front, just like a U. Shade of purl stitch again. Working yarn below the stitch on the loom. Pull it up through the bottom there. Old stitch off, new stitch on. New stitch.
No sound on Instagram. I think it's this phone.
You're going to work until you get to the end. I'll show you. I already showed all this, so cut this paper out and restart that part.
Alright.
I prefer to follow the chart by the image here instead of the written on the back, but that is your personal preference.
What do I do with this?
From here, all you are doing
Gotta
is
find a way to
following
do Instagram
the dots. It's either a knit
with
stitch
sound.
or a purl stitch in every square. Your marked pegs, I've got them highlighted all the way through your repeat section. It helps keep track of where you are in the pattern. And this chart, you only repeat the chart 2 times, and then you get into your seed stitch at the end. Go ahead and work this up to your bind off section. I'll show you how to get it off the loom. I'm using Lion Brand yarn, basic stitch, anti-pilling. I really like the feel of this yarn. It's super soft and I really like it.
TikTok.
And the collar is turquoise heather. This is a number 4 worsted weight yarn. The loom we will go ahead and go over the pegs that are marked. Of course, this is peg 1.
See if I can do like an overlay.
Peg 7, peg 14,
No,
20,
it won't let me.
26, 32.
Yay! I'm using an old cell phone that I have to try to stream from Instagram, and the sound isn't working on it. There's a way to set up my computer to stream more than one place at a time, but I just haven't figured that out yet. Right now, I'm actually streaming on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, even though Instagram it's not giving me sound. Oops. And then I knock it down.
Take it off the limb.
Yeah, I'm going through the whole editing process, which the one I'm working on in the video is this one. My diamond moss stitch. It's a reversible texture.
This texture, and the way this is the front. This is the back. So this is a completely reversible design. Oh, I love it.
Thank
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch
That is
it.
my first run through. And I end up doing multiple go-throughs. I have to go through the videos multiple times. My first one, I cut it down to 9 minutes and 44 seconds. And I watched the video. Now I gotta add my overlays, which will go as a tile. So, lopsided crafter, what crafts do you do? This will work. Make that bigger. Oh, come on. I want it to be in the Calibri. Loom knit, needle knit, and crochet. Nice. Oh, it absolutely. Okay, so you do videos as well. Yeah, you understand. It does take longer to do your editing than it does to just do the video to begin with. This will be up here in the middle. And we'll start about there. Well, on some social media platforms, the music that I use through this app, it will flag it. So I got to edit the videos and then post a version that the one with the sound, the one with the music on it can go straight to YouTube. But then I have to do one without music to be able to do cuts and stuff for TikTok. I just started doing it that way so it doesn't flag it. All right, so first we're doing PDF. Give it an outline. Yeah, it's blue. That'll work.
Video we'll be doing our diamond moss stitch block. This project is done on any
do you use Filmora
loom with at least 50 pegs. I use Lion Brand basic stitch yarn in turquoise heather. That is a number 4 worsted weight yarn.
I really like it.
Yards. The pattern is rowed out
there
in 2
is
ways.
a thing called Tube Buddy,
Just
TUBE,
row
that you can get, and I use it with my
7
YouTube a
through
lot.
50, you repeat. So I do have that
It
rowed out.
is
Whereas
really
that 7,
nice.
that would be row 51.
Like they
You can
both
just
work
tally them
together
off as
pretty
you
good.
go, which of course 50 rows. That does take a bit of space to have those all rowed out. You can also follow by the chart if you would like. It is rowed out. If there's an empty square, that is a knit stitch. If there is a dot in the square, that is a purl stitch. Row 7 through 50. You repeat one time. That's why this is highlighted, and then you will just finish up.
All right, YouTube. I'm making.
This is what the square looks
I'm
like.
editing the video for this.
I really like how this one turned out. It's such a fun texture.
Diamond moss stitch.
Like, okay, there's a square.
So I'm editing the video for it now.
Square. You can move it in different directions. I am very happy with how this project turned out.
So that's talking about the PDF, so I can make that longer, and it's going to get cut. We'll say there.
Peg 1, 7.
Oh, okay. See, I've got Android. I don't have Apple stuff. I got Chungus Humongous yelling at my door.
32,
Come on, Chungus.
38,
Yeah, I'll just open the door for you, or else you're going to be in here bugging me anyway.
and peg
Yeah.
50. You can see the first two and the last two stitches I have marked a different color. That is because the entire
I really like the Tube Buddy extension on my computer for YouTube.
Those out.
It has like a really cool like checklist thing with it I like.
We're doing a slip knot.
Alright, this one. Mark. Pigs. Let me pull my. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it took me. I've been making videos. I've got a whole square series I'm working on, but I really want to get like 6 months of it made up before I start releasing any of them. But yeah, if you've been following me for a while, you know what happened with my channel and everything. So yeah, it took me some time. I'm still having people message me about videos that are missing clips, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I try to walk people through how to do it, but I lost hundreds of videos. Turn the bold off. That's 235. Yes, that's better, but I don't like. Okay, that's easier to see. Much easier to see. So my thumb's not right in y'all's way. Yes. Ooh, right there's going to be the end. I'm going to cut a little longer because I got it set up here with the font and the sizing and everything.
We're doing a slip knot.
I'll change this. Crochet, cast on.
Working yarn tail over top working yarn. Make a loop, pull it through. Hang it up. You got a slip knot. Peg 1.
There we go. Put that there.
Working yarn behind peg 1. Pull your working yarn through the loop.
So, Lopsided Crafter, do you do videos for needle knit, loom knitting, like all the different crafts you do, and crochet?
Tail out of the way. Put it in the back. There we go.
I tried
We've created
to teach people how to crochet, but being left-handed, it is so hard. It just looks horrible.
both of the strands.
Like, I can do it and it can look good, but how I get to it's very hard to tell. Now, you said you use the Filmora. Do you have issues with when you add the sound to it, if you upload the video to TikTok, it flagging the sound? If you use the music it offers, I mean.
Cast on is done. Now for row 1. our working yarn is coming from.
Oh, crap. Not what I meant to do. What was that? No. Let me go back here. I was trying to edit that.
Cast on is done.
Oh, okay. I see what I did. Oh, for really, I haven't, but that would be helpful to an extent. It's weird. When I crochet, I crochet on the opposite side of the fabric as somebody who is right-handed, so it does look very weird. Even just flipping it would be different. Now with loom knitting, those I could just flip.
At the edge, and that's fine. I prefer having the smooth edge like this. It really makes it a lot easier when you're joining the squares later.
Alright, I'm gonna pick off of Instagram since it's not giving me sound anyway.
It's purl one, knit one, all the way back to peg one. The dots, that's your purl.
No, I'm not gonna share it.
Purl stitch. Working yarn below the stitch on the peg. Loom tool down through the top of the stitch. Grab that working yarn, pull it up.
Mark that as a purl stitch.
Created this new
Where was that? Let me go back to the beginning of showing how to do the purl stitch. Well, all of this is row 1. I am working on, I got a new computer. I don't directly upload from, oh, okay, so you, well, I have to, yeah, if I try to upload directly from Filmora to YouTube or whatever, it takes forever. It's easier to download the file to my computer and then upload it from there. Which this, here we go. This is row 1. And that's going to have to be cut. Let me see, row 1. We'll say goes to probably there. I still hear him yelling. Chungus, what are you wanting, buddy? It looks like about there's where I'm doing the purl stitch.
1. The dots, that's your purl, knit. So purl stitch.
One thing that stinks is when I went from my old computer to this computer, all of the presets I had with Filmora didn't come with it.
Grab that working yarn, pull it up.
Stitch fiddle? I haven't heard of that. I'm writing it down though.
Old stitch off, put that new loop on. For my knit stitch, I'm just doing a U-stitch. Around the front.
I use, well, really, I've been using XL. I haven't heard of stitch fiddle.
Purl stitch again. Working yarn below the stitch.
There's my purl stitch. Let me go back. Let's see where I have my knit stitch. Purl, 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 purl.
Stitch off, put that new loop on. For my knit stitch, I'm just doing a U-stitch.
The U knit stitch. There we go.
For my knit stitch, I'm just doing a U-stitch around the front, just like a U. Shade a purl stitch again. Working yarn below the stitch on the loom. Pull it up through the bottom there.
Oh, nice.
Stitch off.
Yeah, they don't have all the symbols through just
stitch,
all through Excel.
purl
That would
again.
be nice. Yeah, I will definitely check that
You're
out.
going
Thank
to
you.
work until you get to the end. New stitch, purl again. You're going to work until you get to the end. Show you. I already showed all this.
It'll write the instructions for you. That's really cool. Now with needle knitting, with loom knitting, basically, like if you do a chart, you write it out like you're knitting in the round instead of the flat. Does it give you that option?
Instead of the written on the back, but that is your personal preference. Cut that.
Cut that.
From
Alright. What was I just said to cut?
the chart by the image here instead of the written on the back.
That's
but
awesome.
That is your personal preference.
And this is where I say cut that.
Cut that.
And right there. Cut. Now, how far back did I go?
From here,
Okay. I think this is where it cuts.
I prefer to follow the chart by the image here instead of the written on the back, but that is your personal preference. Cut that.
Cut that. All right, pull that out. Make sure I cut back far enough. All right, yes I did. Which of course I will listen to all this again. Yeah, it takes so
From
long.
here, all you are doing is following the
Wait a
dots.
minute. Where'd my image go? What that? What did I just do? No, it's not responding. No, let's wait. So we will wait. Maybe. Yeah, it's always so frustrating to try to convert a needle knit pattern that is wrote in the flat to a loom knit pattern, especially if there's something like this. This would be so horrible to transfer. And I did. I made this mad and it's going to close. Oh no. We'll close it and see if it will open back up what I missed or what I just lost. Yes. There we go. Now let me hear it from here.
Fuzzy. Shade of pearl stitch again. Working yarn below the stitch.
Okay, nice.
Old stitch off, new stitch on.
YouTube, I'm flipping my back this way.
You're going to work until you get to the end.
No, that's where I was cutting it.
You're going to work until you get to the end. Show you. Show you all this. So cut this paper out.
How am I telling myself to do?
Restart that part. I prefer to follow the chart by the image here instead of the written on the back, but that is your personal preference.
And this is what's getting cut too. Okay, I was cutting that whole thing. I end up with like a half hour of video takes for a. Oh, hey, it was nice talking to you. Thank you for joining.
From here, all you are doing is following the dots. It's either a knit stitch or a purl stitch in every square. Your marked pegs, I've got them highlighted all the way through your repeat section. It helps keep track of where you are in the pattern. And this chart, you only repeat the chart 2 times, and then you get into your seed stitch at the end. Go ahead and work this up to your bind off section. I'll show you how to get it off the loom.
Okay. Now I stopped talking about row 1 at like here. And then we're going over here to my bind off. That's going to come with it.
I'm using lion brand yarn, basic stitch anti.
What? Did I just... Oh, okay. That clip isn't needed in there. Here we go. No. Okay, where's the rest of these things? I've got some clips not ordered correctly. So what is this, 122? Do I have 21? There's 21. 21 goes before 22? Yes. Editing process is a very long process. Takes me a while.
I love how this texture turned out. Bind off time, super stretchy bind off. You want to wrap your working yarn around the loom 2.5 to 3 times to have enough to do the entire bind off. Your working yarn is coming from, let's say this is peg 1. You are going to pull the working yarn up.
With the text. And now this is a super stretchy bind off.
Up through the stitch on peg through.
Peg through.
Peg 2.
Remember that, guys. Peg through.
Go back 1 stitch, pull the working yarn down. Now you've got that locked in. Working yarn still coming from peg 1.
Now I will be. Oh wait, I just showed me my purl stitch. I didn't do my knit stitch. Getting frustrated with myself. Alright, I'm gonna get through the purl stitch. Take the old stitch off, do one on. Okay, I can cut that there. Now it becomes the unit stitch. elongate it there. I want the same style of text and everything. Move it up here. No, not that. You go back. Go back to where you were. There. Like I said, I'm still learning how to use this program on my new computer. We got our super stretchy bind off. Oh, I know what I was going to do.
Bitch, pull the working yarn down. Now you've got that locked in. Working yarn still coming from peg 1. Skip peg 2. Working yarn.
Skip. Okay, skip one up, back one down. My little launcher, I saved it.
3. So skip one. One up, back one down, back one peg.
It can be done either way. You just make sure you're consistent, whichever way you're doing it.
Back one down. Skip one, working yarn up. Back one, working yarn down.
Where is it giving me my speed? Show more features. I want. Speed control. All right, give me the speed option over here. There it is. Speed. This. That.
Take it off the loom. I love this texture and the way this is. This is the front. This is the back. So this is a completely reversible design. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. If you have questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below.
Try to get this
Don't
right. I
forget
can
to
see
like,
the
share,
computer.
all of that interaction. Any interaction with the video really helps to get it out there to more people. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope everybody has a fantastic day.
Okay, so now I need my closer added. Transitions, no tiles. Oh wait, no, I used a sticker. There it is. Maybe at least 10 seconds. Got the video down to 8:51. Okay, go ahead and save what I've done. I got to do some spell checking and then download my first edit through. So let's pull this stuff up. I'm sorry. Hi, Caden. Editing YouTube videos today. Right now, anything that I wrote as an overlay in the video, I am copy and pasting. Not that, obviously, because I just undid it. But I'm copy and pasting just to make sure I've got my spell checking. There we go. Pretty sure it's all good, but just in case, or if down the road I find something I need to change, I'll know exactly where it's at. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that. That is a big help. It really does help to get my content to more people, so that really does help. Now, do you Loom it, or did you just find my live? Most people who follow my channel Loom it. This one is supposed to be my email. Oh, here. What am I doing? Okay, that should be good. Oh, thank you. Well, I'll show you what I'm editing the video for. This is what I made. I made this square here. And I'm editing the video for that. What, Chungus? Okay. Now I need to watch through the whole thing, see if I've got it, and then download it, and then go back and add music. And this will have music over it. Okay.
In this video, we'll be doing our diamond moss stitch block. This project is done on any 1/2-inch gauge loom with at least 50 pegs. I used Lion brand basic stitch yarn in turquoise heather. That is a number 4 worsted weight yarn with a 185 yards. The pattern is rowed out in 2 ways. You can follow it just row by row. You see row 7 through 50. I do have it rowed out to where it's at 7. That would be row 51. You can just tally them off as you go, which of course 50 rows. That does take a bit of space to have them all rowed out. You can also follow my chart if you would like. It is rowed out if there's an empty square, that is a knit stitch. If there is a dot in the square, that is a purl stitch.
I don't know how to get this.
Row 7 through 50, you repeat 1 time. That's why this is highlighted, and then you would just finish out with those rows. This is what the square looks like. I really like how this one turned out. It's such a fun texture. It looks like, okay, there's a square, but maybe there's a square. You can move it in different directions. I am very happy with how this project turned out. Mark peg 1, 7, 14, 20, 26, 32, 38, 44, and peg 50. You can see the first two and the last two stitches I have marked a different color. That is because the entire frame border of the square is that moss stitch, so that just helps separate those out.
I noticed.
Go ahead and get this cast on the loom. We're doing a slip knot, working yarn tail over top working yarn, make a loop, pull it through, and up, you got a slip knot. Peg 1, working yarn, behind peg 1, pull your working yarn through the loop, tighten it up. See, it just looks like a crazy mess back there. Take this tail out of the way, tighten it up, fit in the back. There we go. We've created a new loop. Now the new loop we put behind peg 2.
Hi, Chungus. Come there, buddy.
Yeah. Through it. This is, you are creating a crochet chain.
Hi, buddy. All right, YouTube, I got to show you who I got here. Someone came. He was love. Yeah, you do. My Chungus is humongous. Yeah. The big baby. He's your big baby.
Cast on
What he
is
wants. Yes, hold on.
one.
I'll flip my camera.
Our working yarn is coming from peg 50.
Is this Chungus?
Right here.
He's upset because I'm in here and not giving him attention. Right.
We'll just end up with kind of little knots at the
He was
edge,
trying to jump up on the table, and I told him no.
Smooth edge like
Chungus just showed up at our house one day. We have four. Well, we had 4 cats. Now we have 5. But in the summer, we live in the country, so doors are open. Cats come in and out. And one day, there was an extra cat in here. He had moved into our basement in a storage room, so we don't know how long he was in here. He made a nest, but he's ours now. He's a good boy. Most of the time.
We've created this new loop. Take the old stitch off, put that new loop on.
Yeah.
For my knit stitch, I'm just doing a U stitch around the front, just like a U.
Yeah. Show people your beautiful face. Your chunky face.
Pearl stitch again.
You guys see the chunky face.
Stitch off, stitch on.
He's been fighting. His head is just scabs up here. You gotta stop fighting. You gotta stop it. You don't fight.
It's either a knit stitch or a purl stitch in every square. Your marked pegs, I've got them highlighted all the way through your repeat section. It helps keep track of where you are in the pattern. And this chart, you only repeat the chart 2 times, and then you get into your stitch at the end. Go ahead and work this up to your bind off section. I'll show you how to get it off the loom. I love how this texture turned out. Bind off time, super stretchy bind off. You want to wrap your working yarn around the loom 2.5 to 3 times to have enough to do the entire bind off. Your working yarn is coming from, we'll just say this is peg 1. You are going to pull the working yarn up through the stitch on peg through. Peg 2, go back 1 stitch, pull the working yarn down. Now you've got that locked in. Working yarn is still coming from peg 1. Skip peg 2, working yarn up through peg 3. So skip one up, back one down, back one peg, working yarn down. So skip one up, back one down. Skip one, working yarn up.
Okay.
Back one, working yarn down.
Let's just spot that sped up.
All right, take it off the loom. I love this texture and the way this is. This is the front. This is the back. So this is a completely reversible design.
I know, being able to pull the whole thing off like that,
video.
it is
Thank
satisfying.
you so much for taking the time to watch it. If you have questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. You can email me directly, thehypnotichysteria@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, turn on the notifications. All of that interaction, any interaction with the video really helps to get it out there to more people. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.
Okay, and I've got my thing that tells people like, share, subscribe, turn on it. Yep. Yes, I am happy with how that turned out. I need to make sure it's saved. Fun part. Export to device. And this is no music. So I know, and it's going to go on my desktop. No, I'm not putting it to device. I have an iPhone. Here we go. MP4. Yes. So now that will convert, process, download to the computer, and then I will go through and edit and add music to it. So it's a process. It's definitely a process. But I did realize I've been setting my webcam wherever. That's what my YouTube is through, but I forgot I had this stuff. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm adding I'm putting the webcam on a tripod. I keep forgetting. Can you get a shout out? Hey, Kaden! Yeah, I wasn't watching. I've got a webcam. That's how I'm streaming to YouTube. My phone is what's streaming to TikTok. And I'm trying to get the webcam set up a little better angle because we just want to flip the camera and do some knitting. It'll take a few minutes. Sorry, YouTube. It's like I'm getting it set up for you guys. Yeah, that's how I should have had that to begin with. Alright, but now alright, Chum gets out of the room so I can close the door again. Alright. It's going to be a few before I'm able to finish with that, so I will go ahead and flip these. Find a better way to set this up for now. Well, this doesn't need to be upside down. There we go. Alright, yes. I'm going to turn on a little bit of music and work on a scarf I've got started over here. That's not what I wanted. I want to find source. There we go. Not live TV. Give me my source. There we go. I just want Spotify. There's my Spotify. Oh. Alright, that got done fast. I'll flip the camera back. Yeah, that got done faster than it usually did. Now I'm just adding music. There. So that is done. We go all the way back to the beginning of it. Let's find audio. Sorry, not my original. Universal music trending. Let's see. No, I don't want something that's just a few seconds long. Let me see what I've favorited. I think I used that one. No. Oh, that's the one I already pulled. Ideally, I want something that's okay, I haven't used that one before. We'll try it. We'll put it on there, and then I gotta adjust the volume, or else it's just gonna be super loud. There. And now I make cuts. There's a cut. And here's a cut. There. And for the end, I'll have it. Wait, no, let me go back. What did I just do? Undo that. And about here's where music will start. And play the very end of the song here. Looks like it cuts off. Okay. Now I gotta adjust the volume. Fade in. That's good. Same with this one. Okie doke. Oh yeah, I haven't added my transitions. So highlight everything. Let me go to transitions and dissolve. That should be it. It's time to listen and see what I have. Make sure I have enough time to read the, yep.
In this video, we'll be doing our diamond moss stitch block. This project is done on any 1/2-inch gauge loom with at least 50 pegs. I use Ryan brand basic stitch yarn and turquoise heather. That is a number 4 worsted weight yarn with a 185 yards. The pattern is rowed out in 2 ways. You can follow it just row by row. You see rows 7 through 50, you repeat. So I do have that rowed out, so where that's 7, that would be row 51. You can just tally them off as you go, but of course 50 rows, that does take a bit of space to have those all rowed out. You can also follow by the chart if you would like. It is rowed out. If there's an empty square, that is a knit stitch. If there is a dot in the square, that is a purl stitch. Row 7 through 50, you repeat 1 time. That's why this is highlighted, and then you will just finish out with those rows. This is what the square looks like. I really like how this one turned out.
This should be my last wash through.
It looks like, okay, there's a square, but maybe there's a square. You can move it in different directions. I am very happy with how this project turned out. We're going to mark peg 1, 7, 14, 20, 26, 32, 38, 44, and peg 50. You can see the first 2 and the last 2 stitches I have marked a different color. That is because the entire frame border of the square is that moss stitch, so that just helps separate those out. Let's go ahead and get this cast on the loom. We're doing a slip knot, working yarn tail over top working yarn. Make a loop, pull it through. Oh, not a slip knot. Peg 1, working yarn. It just looks like a crazy mess back there. Take this tail out of the way. Tighten it up a bit in the back. There we go. We've created a new loop. Now the new loop we put behind peg 2, both of the strands. pull the working yarn through it. This is you are creating a crochet chain.
Okay, I could take some time out of that. Oh, excuse me.
Cast on is done. Now for row 1, our working yarn is coming from peg 50 right here. Now we're going to slip that peg or skip it. The working yarn is coming from it. If we go ahead and wrap it again, we'll just end up with kind of like little knots at the edge, and that's fine. I prefer having the smooth edge like this. It really makes it a lot easier when you're joining the squares later. Alright, so that first one we skip, and then it's purl 1, knit 1, all the way back to peg 1. The dots, that's your purl, knit, purl, knit. So purl stitch, working yarn below the stitch on the peg, loom tool down through the top of the stitch, grab that working yarn, pull it up. You've created this new loop, take the old stitch off, put that new loop on. For my knit stitch, I'm just doing a U stitch. It's around the front, just like a U. Purl stitch again, working yarn below the stitch on the loom, pull it up to the bottom there. Old stitch off, new stitch on, new stitch. From here, all you are doing is following the dots. It's either a knit
Oh,
stitch or
hey,
purl
you have a
stitch
good
in every square.
a good day
Your
too,
marked
Caden.
pegs, I've got them
Thanks for stopping by.
highlighted all the way through your repeat section. It helps keep track of where you are in the pattern. And this chart, you only repeat the chart 2 times, and then you get into your seed stitch at the end. Go ahead and work this up to your bind off section. I'll show you how to get it off the loom. I love how this texture turned out. Bind off time, super stretchy bind off. You want to wrap your working yarn around the loom 2.5 to 3 times to have enough to do the entire bind off. Your working yarn is coming from, we'll just say this is peg 1. You are going to pull the working yarn up through the stitch on peg 2. Peg 2, go back 1 stitch, pull the working yarn down. Now you've got that locked in. Working yarn still coming from peg 1. Skip peg 2, working yarn up through peg 3. So skip 1 up, back 1 down, back 1 peg, working yarn down. So skip 1 up, back 1 down. Skip 1, working yarn up, back 1, working yarn down.
Okay, I see something.
Okay, take it off the loom.
What do I see here? Make this bigger. I've got a history clip. There it is. All right, let's watch that again. Yes, better.
Okay, take it off the loom. love this texture and the way this is. This is the front. This is the back. So this is a completely reversible design. Oh, I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. If you have questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below. You can email me directly, hypnotichysteria@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, notifications, all of that interaction. Any interaction with the video really helps to get it out there to more people. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope everybody has a fantastic day.
Okay. There we go. Yes. Oh, perfect. Nice. All right, so I got it down to 8 minutes and 51 seconds. Yeah. All right. Oh, wait. Got extra space down here. Why is it showing that? Aha, the music. Just take out the match. There we go. Awesome. Go ahead and save it. Now I can export it to local, put final. Final means it's got music. And then hit export. All right, guys. While this is exporting, I gotta take a couple minutes. I will be back. Just, let me see if I got this one there good. There. While that processes, I gotta do a couple things. I'll be right back. Oh. I'm gonna put some music on while I'm gonna get me some tea to drink. I'll be back when it's all complete. The moment is medical. The moment is medical. Sipping on straight chlorine. Loving what I'm tasting. Venom on my tongue. Defending the time. Poisonous vibration. How my body runs. I'm running for my life. Running for my life. Sipping on straight chlorine. But the vibes right over me. This beat is a chemical. Beat is a chemical. When the beat don't save my sleep. I'll be back when it's all complete. The moment is medical. Moment is medical. Sipping on straight chlorine. Fall out of formation. Island my escape from walls they can find. Revelry.
In my coat pocket, where I kept my rebel red. Felt I was invincible, you wrapped around my head. Now different lives I live, a body lives on lead. The last two lines may read incorrect until said. The lettuce terrible in flavor, but now you double as a paper maker. I despise you sometimes, I love to hate the fight. And you in my life is like sipping on straight glory, like the outside over me. This beat is a chemical, beat is a chemical. The beat don't save my seat. I'll be back when it's all complete. The moment is medical, the moment is medical. Sipping on straight glory.
Now I upload the video to YouTube, but it won't be live. Diamond Moss Square. Why is it showing two? Okay. Final highlight? Wait a minute. Let me see what that said again. Okay. I have it set up to make highlights. I need to turn that off. It doesn't need to do that. I have some playlists that'll go in, beginning to end, techniques, stitches, and squares. No age restrictions. No alter content. Golden grand piano, my music will steal you.
My acres of land, I've achieved. It may be hard for you to stop and believe, but for you, I divido. For you, I divido.
Tutorial, so let me just hit limit.
Give me one more reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you want me, then all of this will go away. My many artifacts, the list goes on. If you just say the words out, I'll up and run on to you. I divido. For you, I divido.
Now I'm just putting as many tags as I can.
Baby, if you want me, then all of this will go away.
Ooh, almost.
Baby, if you want me, then all of this will go away.
I got it right at 500.
My friends and family, they don't understand. They think I lose so much if you take my hand off you.
Yes, we will monetize. Monetize. Okay, got it done there. Show mid-roll. Inappropriate language, no, none of that.
Baby, if you want me, then all of this will go away. reason why I should never make a change. Maybe if you want me, then all of this will go away. My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beautiful Castillo, you, I need it all. Ooh, for you, I need it all.
Alright, so what's going on here? Oh. Doctor, look into my eyes. I've been breathing air, but there's no sign of life. Doctor, problems in my chest. Heart feels cold as ice, but it's anybody's guess. Doctor, can you help me, 'cause I don't feel right. Better make it back before I change my mind. Doctor, can you help me, 'cause I don't feel right. Better make it back before I change my mind. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so this is still checking. I got that done. Sweetness.
Don't look at me that way. I've seen those eyes before. I can tell you what you say.
Mr. President, the Trump administration is corrupt. It is easily
the same
the
shade.
most corrupt and lawless administration in American history.
There we
And
go.
it would be exceedingly difficult to debate that simple proposition. Because
Upload. Select videos. I'll do Diamond Moss with no music. Yeah.
And as the darkness goes, it feels over my eyes. My life before me like a flash in the night.
Not diamond cross stitch, diamond moss stitch. Okay. Location would be Belpre. It will be scheduled. Did I pick the 9th? Anyone can watch it. Comments and everything. Yes. Okay, so I wait for that to say done, and I wait for this to be done. Oh, no, it's still saying I got time. Okay. I'm going to close the lid on this for a minute so I can move this around without making everybody nauseous. those are uploading, and that's really all the computer work I have for today. So now y'all can just knit with me. We can do some crafting together if you want. I'll put my laptop back there so I can watch as everything uploads. If I get questions and stuff, that's what this computer's for. Oh dear goodness. Goodness. There we go. Okay, there you are, TikTok. Got you angled right. Alright, YouTube. Let's move the camera up some. Show you guys my coffee cup. I don't drink coffee. It's a teacup. Got some green tea in there right now. And I'm making a mess. Loose tea, so I've got a glass infuser with the tea leaves in it. And I'm making a mess. Yeah, I don't need my be right back sign now. Alrighty. I believe I'm going to take this off and put it over here. I think this might work better for it. Then we close our eyes for good. Something like that. I found it in my wallet back lying awake and turning in on you. If I was young, it wouldn't stop it coming through. It took the credit for a second simply rewritten by machine learning technology. And now I understand the supernova scene. Oh, I met your children. What did you tell them? Video, human radio star. Alright, cool. So TikTok, the video is uploaded and scheduled. I need to do music overlays on these still. But I've got that on there. I can minimize. Now we meet in abandoned studios. You hear the playback and it seems so long ago. And you remember the jingles used to go. You were the first one. You were the last one. Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star. In my can't rewind, we've gone too far. All right. Video kill the radio star. Video kill the radio star. There we go. That's better. Put all the blame on VCR. Radio star. Nice. It is uploaded to YouTube. Video kill the radio star. 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 Radio star. Radio Rugged marsh, totally emotionless except for her heart. Mud flowed up in the lumps with jelly. Totally confused all the passing coronas. She's in my head. She might be dead. Last in line for brains, and the one she got was sort of rotten and insane. Small things so sad that birds could land. If one fast asleep, we're rocking out with the band. She's in my head. She might be dead. The Weird Al's. His buddy Baba was a shrimp-loving man. His friend with no legs, he called Lieutenant Dan. His girlfriend Jenny was kind of a slut. Went to the White House, showed LBJ his butt. Alright, I'm not a good singer, but I'm a big Weird Al fan. He might be. Is it gone? Is it gone? I think so. Is it gone? Yeah, I think so. Oh. So where are my crafters at? What do y'all do? I do a lot of fiber arts. I really like plants. I love my plants. But other than that, I know I've done a little bit of everything over the years. I've made jewelry. I've sewn. I do like to spin and dye yarn. I do think that's a lot of fun. But that's one of those things that's just a guilty pleasure for myself. I have no intentions of ever trying to turn it into any source of income or anything like that. Is my tea cool enough to drink yet? Oh, possum mug. I think it's still too hot. I can't take my infuser out though. Alright, so my infuser didn't infuse as well as it should have. Excuse me, guys, sorry. Waiting for it to cool down enough so I can drink it. I love hot tea. Hot tea is awesome. I get my tea. There is a shop down the road called Back to Basics Log Cabin, and that's where I get my tea from. She actually will make it up fresh for me when I get there. It's called an allergy blend. It's peppermint, green tea, and then nettle. And nettle is really good to help with allergies. So I live in the Mid-Ohio Valley. It's also called Chemical Valley, and everybody has something that's called the Mid-Ohio Valley crud here. So anything to help with allergies is good. Sorry, guys. I went to the Women's Day rally in Charleston, West Virginia. That's probably a month ago now, maybe a little longer. And there was a cute little shop down there, and that's where I got the possum mug. when I go back, they have little tiny ones, little possum shot glasses. I want to get one. I mean, if I got the big one, I need the small one. And I love that it sits. Like, it sits good, too. When I saw these things originally, I'm like, there's no way. That thing is just going to fall. Sit over here for TikTok to see. A little possum love. It's me. Is that what it says? It's Missamy. It's a Missamy. I don't know. Right now, I am double knitting a scarf. And I don't know if I'm going to keep it or if it's going to be a donation project. I don't know yet. I won't be keeping it for myself. It'll either be a Christmas gift or a donation project at the end of the year. This week has went so fast. I can get you guys a better view over here. Right. Adjusting camera for YouTube. Because if you've been paying attention, I'm live streaming on YouTube and TikTok right now. I'm really trying to see where I'm going to get the most interaction. Actually, now that this is done, I can go ahead and stream, I think. Let me see if I can live stream from Instagram on the computer. I may have to go to Facebook Live from the computer. Maybe. So craft and chat and public. Next. And this will be using the camera off the computer. Go live once you do. I'm not using streaming software. Let me go and try Facebook. So I'm thinking that like the Facebook Live shows on Instagram too. I'm not really sure why. Oh, I got a message on here. Ooh. All right. Test live create a test broadcast before going live. Yes. Let me try this. No, I'll just hit live. I don't have streaming software. I'm not using my webcam. Nah, you try. So it's just going to be craft and chat. Craft and chat. And I'm Ravelry. Let me go live now. Okay, if I'm live, where is... See, it's saying that I'm live, but it's not showing my video feed. I need to see the video feed. I like Colorado. I did all for what do I know? I don't follow. Depend on tomorrow. And think it's what me. All right, we'll just stick with you guys. I can go ahead and turn that computer down though. No, TV, lift me out of the TV, out of your mind, out of your mind. I get on like Colorado, added all the what to item. Try to move the sorrow. So too bad. Gotta take my med. Sorry, guys. Okay, so people who have stuck with me or who are watching now, when I do lives, do you want it to be where I'm editing videos like I was doing earlier, or do you want it to be where I'm just kind of knitting and we're just all sitting around and talking to each other? Because I could do either or. Like today, I've been live for a while. The first part of it, I edited a video, completely edited it. Edit it. I do want to figure out how to go live on Instagram on my other computer because I do get a decent amount of interaction on Instagram. So I'll figure it out. Try to push away the sorrow, but today it's too late. I'll try tomorrow. Colorado, Colorado, Colorado. Prof. I like Prof. One of my favorite rappers. If I put my mind to it, you don't wanna do it all the way. If I can move, I'll listen about as much as I can tolerate. Here on out, we're cutting out the people who don't contribute to winning. Making shots to everybody who was here from the beginning. Yeah. About toast, I'm talking about bread. Talk about gross, I talk about net. You caught in the cloud. I'ma live like a cannon of safety. I'm on a win streak, baby, you gon' hate me. You won't hear me coming all the way. Thinking a little differently lately, and I wanna tell you the truth, and they won't say things. You won't hear me coming all the way. On to little buddy, you know I'm on to it all the way. Roaches hate on making moves, I'll listen about as much as I can tolerate. Here and now we're cutting out the people who don't contribute to winning. Raise the cost to everybody who is here from the beginning. Yeah. Hardworking, intelligent black men. I got lawyers. I got officers, plural. I'm an employer. I caught the brand new whip and I'm an enjoyer. I'm moving with exuberance. Passing military grade lubricant. I seen big homies turn to jealous homies, turn to little homies. I would kill you if you just be real, homie. If all of that jealousy may turn to cancer, I'm up in a camper. Why my first answer? That's right, dog. You talk about a bitch. I'ma live like a cannon of safety. I'm on a win streak, baby. You gonna hate me. Gonna hear me coming in the way. Stand up, show you guys progress on this scarf. These are my collars, but I'm not keeping this one. It is really nice, but this one, no. It's either going to be a donation or a gift. Most of the stuff I knit ends up getting donated or just given away. I'm going to close. If you guys noticed, my wool gathering shirt every year, the Fiber Guild, we go up to Yellow Springs in Ohio. They have a fiber fair there every year, the wool gathering, and it's at the Yellowstone Springs Creamery in Ohio. Yellow Springs, Ohio. That is, I believe that's where Dave Chappelle's from. Dave Chappelle's pretty awesome. I'm a fan. I got guns, hoes, brush my hair out some here. Which my videos going live on YouTube are always going to be somehow fiber related. Now, if you guys want videos of like gardening and different things like that, I'll go live on different platforms for it, but I do try to keep YouTube just strictly fiber related. If it's cool with you, girl, I can move right in. Do you not understand just how cool I am? Like, see, look at me. Look at me. I'm on the beach. I'm on the holla because I'm out of reach. I'm on the beach. What's up with me? I got guns, hoes, money, drugs, cars, boats. You should know, dogs, hoes, squad, goes. What up, whoa? Guns, hoes, money, drugs, cars, boats. You should know, dogs, hoes, squad, goes. What up, whoa? This back here. Colder than a polar bear. Straight up, I'm an awesome person. You ain't ready for the sauce I'm serving. Straight up, I'm an awesome person. You ain't ready for the sauce. Young Pookie, your highness, to find finest vaginas. China to Thailand, got a wine, I'll combine them. Pardon me, is it fine? Fine. What? I got guns, hoes, money, drugs, cars, boats. You should know, dogs, hoes, squad, goes. Hold up, whoa. Guns, hoes, money, drugs, cars, boats. You should know, dogs, hoes, squad, goes. Hold up, whoa. I'm throwing money up the balcony into the ground because I want to. Hold up. Swear to God, if I can. I'm just working this until I'm at the end. So I don't really know how long it'll be because it wasn't a full skein of yarn when I started, but it's one of those big ones. Here's the band for it. It was one of those Barcelona from Loops and Thread, like Michael's brand thing. 328 yards. So yeah. And I don't know what was made with it before, so it wasn't a full thing, but I am still getting a good size scarf out of it. I didn't need to make it as wide as I did, but for me personally, I like my head gets cold. I get migraines really easy, so I want something wide enough to be able to cover my head, ideally. All right, get my hair back. Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to Bruno Mars? Oh, miracles. I love Bruno Mars's music. He's so happy. butterfly, swimming in your body, something spiritual. Sorry guys, I'm not a singer. I just like to sing. So, I don't know what to tell you. Sex takes me to paradise. Sex takes me to paradise. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You make me feel like I'm not out of heaven. Oh, love, oh, love. So how's everybody doing? Hi, was it Ben Barkin? I screw up the names of people quite a bit. I try to say what it looks like. Testify, you think I've seen a change his ways. See the light. And it's yours. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You make me feel like but love. So, anybody else have an awesome possum mug? I love this mug. I told my kids that this is Mama's mug. This is mine. Can I just stay here? Spend the rest of my days here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can I just stay here? Spend the rest of my days here. You make me feel like I'm like out of heaven. Oh, love, love. Which I'm going to take a quick break. But when I come back, I'm going to be working on, I'll switch out the project I'm going to work on. But if you guys have projects, when I go live and do videos, especially if I'm on TikTok, I can have people go live with me, and that's pretty simple to do. If you've got loom knitting projects and you need help with them, sometimes like sending me photos back and forth can be really difficult because I try to help everybody out as much as I can. But I can absolutely do lives where, you do live and you show me what you have going on. That would be a really good way to help people. But it's just whatever I get requests for. My email is in the video description for most of my videos. It's the hypnotichysteria@gmail.com. And you can always email me if you need help working through a project. I do as much as I can. I am a mom of 2, housewife, whatever. We set up at festivals and events. So I do get busy at times, but I will do my best to help. And I have a horrible memory. So if I am in the middle of helping you with something, let's say we're doing an email correspondence and I'm helping you break down a pattern and you don't hear from me for like a week and you're expecting a reply, it's okay to send me a message. Be nice. I've got ADHD here. But it is perfectly fine to send me a message and be like, hey, I was just following up. You're not going to upset me. Because I feel bad when I forget things. Because I use multiple emails and different things, and we have festivals and events, and I have kids and obligations. I'm in a fiber guild. I'm in the locals Women's Rights Alliance, and we go off and do, you know, protesting and different things. So I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be more consistent, getting something going, because this year, YouTube, right there, YouTube, I'm going to be concentrating on you. I'm going to be concentrating on YouTube. I need to build back. I was over 30,000 subscribers before my channel got hacked, and I lost it all. It took me, it's been about 5 years now to really just kind of, but I'm back. I'm working on a series called Blocks or Squares. I'm not really sure what I'm going to call it yet, which it's a teaching process. This was the video. If you didn't catch it earlier, here's the video that I did editing. I streamed the entire thing today while I completely edited the video, and I chatted with people, and the video is already uploaded to YouTube. It's not live. It's uploaded to YouTube and TikTok. It will be live first on TikTok before YouTube, but it's not going live on YouTube until I have enough done to schedule out. I want to be able to schedule out about 6 months of projects. Now I do have, I don't know what came out today. Actually, I could look. But I have been scheduling out some videos. So let me pull up my YouTube real quick. Let's see what I got going on here. Yep, go to my studio. Ooh, okay, nice. The video that came out today is a good one. I like this video. It is the chevron scarf. It is a lacy chevron scarf. I do it on the rotating loom. You don't have to do it on the rotating loom. You can do it on a double knit loom if you would like, as long as it has enough pegs. Here, I'll show you guys. It's this one right here. I'll click on it. Maybe. But yeah, that's the one that came out today. TikTok, I'll show you in a sec. And the scarf turned out really, really nice. And that one, KB Looms did release that. No. Who did I do that pattern? It must have been KB. I have a KB Loom there. Because I don't remember why, because I made that pattern last year, and I don't remember why I held off on posting it live. I do patterns for some different companies, and they will want the pattern to only be on their website or their YouTube channel. And usually I'll do it for like first year, and then I will release it on my channel as well, since it's my video. Give them time to get the views from it. It's my goal. Not my goal. It's just what I do. But yeah. So the video, it did come out at noon, so it's been live for 34 minutes. And it's had 244 views. Nice. That's good. One comment. Okay, let me see what my comment is here. Oh, that's an old one from Tammy. I love how you did the fringe bind on. Absolutely genius. So much. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, the original video came out 8 months ago on a different channel, and I shared my version of it. It wasn't available, like you couldn't see it live, but I shared the link on some of my different social media accounts so people could still access it on my channel if they wanted to. But I did share the link to the one that I sorry, I was reading something. Okay, cool. So that's what came out today. Let me see what my next, see what I still have scheduled out to come out. Filter, visibility. I'm going to do private, unlisted, and it has a schedule. Let's see what I've got here. Yes. Nice, nice, nice. Restriction, visibility. Okay, I don't have any scheduled out for next Friday yet, but there will be. I've got a chevron wrap, another chevron one. It won't be lacy like the one that just came out today. It'll be a different a scarf. That one I will have for next week. The week after that will be fingerless gloves. All right. I'm hoping, so the next couple weeks I need to work pretty hard on getting all the squares that I've got ready to go out, which I've got 2 months worth. Wait, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got about 3 months worth of squares. I've got, let me see how many are already on YouTube ready to post live. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. So I've got 2 months already edited on YouTube. I can finish up the ones I'm working on. So I may release the blocks when I've got about 3 months available. I'd like to run the series for about 6 months, but there's 4 weeks in a month. That would be quite a few. It's completely doable, absolutely doable. That's a lot. I've been wanting to do some type of a sampler thing for years, but I'll show you what really kind of got me to finally be like, okay, I'm doing this. This scarf right here, wear it like this. It's super long. Let me do this TikTok. So if I wear it like this, it's super long, but if I wear it like this, I've got pockets, and the pockets are big, so I'm nice and warm. I love this thing. Now, what this is these are sampler squares. I'm in a fiber guild, and we will do these things called like a knit and nosh, or I forget what they're called, but we will bring in projects, yarn, anything fiber related that we don't want, we're no longer using, and we will have a dinner, and everybody goes through and picks out the stuff they want. And somebody had started this blanket, and this is really nice yarn. It was a sampler blanket someone had started, but they had a falling out with the group that they were using it, that they were a part of at the time, and they just couldn't really bring themselves to work on it anymore. And so I got all the squares. There were 9 squares, which wasn't enough for me to make a blanket, and I didn't want to needle knit the rest of the squares. So I'm like, what am I going to do with them? So I just hooked them together in a long scarf. And then I took the leftover yarn and crocheted an edge all the way around it, because if not, I think it was on this one. I haven't fixed this yet. But see where I was pulling, yarn came undone some. It's an easy fix. But right now, this is my absolute favorite scarf. With my squares project, what I want to do is make one that's my own. That even all the squares I've made, because I didn't do the squares for this, but I've got, so out of the squares I'm going to do a blanket, we'll have scarves. The version of this one that's going to be for me is going to have 2 more squares added to it. It'll be a hood. Well, actually, it will be about the same length as this one, but the difference will be, really the only difference will be this midpoint here. I will stitch down the back of this, and that's going to create a hood. So when I wear it, it will only hang down about this far, and then I'll have a hood that pulls up with it. So I'm very excited about this project. All right. Let me put my be right back sign up again. I gotta take a quick break, transfer laundry real quick, and I'll be back. I gotta do mom stuff. Oh yeah, and if you can see in here, that's my plant, Audrey. My kid's pediatrician gave me a plant that was in his office, and the plant is larger than I am. It is my favorite plant that I have. But yes, I'll be right back. Whew. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm back. And I thought the laundry was done, but it's not. I still have 20 minutes. So let me see what time it is. All right, so about 1:05. Which I said I would switch out my projects when I came back. This project it's trying me. It's very trying. What? Oh, I came out this way. What is it?
The FedEx truck is here. What do you even know?
Ooh, I don't know. All right, guys, I'll be back. I got mail. All right, I went to open this up upstairs. I'll just go ahead and open it up down here with you guys because I think this might be a lap cushion type thing that I had ordered. Let me find a pair of scissors. Do I have a pair in here? No. I thought I had a pair just sitting over here. All right, I gotta find scissors. All right. Oh, I'm just going to use my Loom tool. I guess it's kind of fiber related if it's what I think it is. Loom tool. Yes. All right. So I want to be able to, sometimes when I'm working on projects, it's easier to sit like in the, I just dumped my tea, guys. At least it's a basement and we've got concrete floors that I will now be mopping. Okay. No, not my book. Hold on. I'm in a book club and we are going through the Harry Potter books. But here's the book I'm reading on my own. It's on Open Society and its enemies. Okay. I wanted to be able to work in bed easier. I'm gonna have to angle these this way. This is supposed to be like a lap thing. Am I opening this or closing it? Oh no, I got a valve. Ooh, okay. This is one of those. Nice. I like how this did not come with any papers. But these things, you're supposed to let them sit for, 24 hours to puff up. But when it does, it's supposed to be kind of like a lap thing where I can have my knitting needles here. All right, guys, I want to set this to the side and we'll kind of check in on it periodically to see how it's puffing up. All right. Hopefully it puffs up good. I've gotten stuff like that before where it comes all like that. And they do tend to puff up. Like the squares, these even came compressed and they still came back together. Go ahead and put the valve back on this because I will keep this bag. These are nice to have. I've never had anything shipped in the aero bag. Yeah, no directions. Sorry for all the excess noise. Okay. So, hi, I just hopped on your live chat. I'm a loom knitter, and I noticed you had a pattern for a dice bag. I'm so excited about that because you have friends. That's why I made that bag. I made that as a Christmas gift for my oldest because my oldest is a huge D&D person. God, they love D&D. They've ordered the special 3D printed towers where they can put the dice in and they roll out. So that's really cool. I'm glad that it's a project that you're excited about. That's why I made it, because I got a nerdy kid. I'm so happy. I've always hoped my kids would grow up to be nerds. I'm working on it. One is so far. Oh yeah, I forgot about. I spilled some tea on my stand. I guess I could go ahead and wipe that off. I was so excited to show people the cushion thing I got that I knocked over my tea. But really, if you guys follow my lives much, you're going to see that I drop a lot of stuff. So, Shayna, is that how I pronounce your name? Shayna. Well, thank you for jumping on and leaving a comment. Any interaction with my live videos really does help the algorithms to push it out more. So if you see my lives, and if you can't sit, like even if you just sit there and hit a like or a share, or if you follow me or whatever, it will help send this out to more people. I'll get more followers, more subscribers, more viewers. You guys know how that goes. What's up? You back, Caden? There we go. See, I recently painted my office and rearranged some stuff, and I put a film of plastic over top my table for this reason. Keeps the bad luck, what the real luck of I gotta do to get back the that I'm going through. I guess I'll write these words and the alcohol controls my nerves. All right, I gotta go grab paper towels. I'll be right back, guys. Put my little favorite backside. Okay. There we go. Self-control. All right. I've never really done a whole lot of work with more than 2 collars. At least not running in the same row where I have to do the floats across everything. So I'm challenging myself. This is going to be one of the blocks. It is a 3-collar plaid, whereas I already did a 2-collar. Which, Shayna, I'll go ahead and show you the blocks I'm working on here. I think you came into the chat after I had already told everyone was talking about them. So what I'm working on is a loom knit series. I don't know if I'm gonna call it squares or blocks yet, but each one, it's a learning series. So you're gonna learn different stitches and techniques with each block, and they're going to get more difficult as it goes. So the series is going to start out with like a garter stitch block, and each block has a full PDF with it. And I'm changing some ways I'm doing my patterns. I'm writing out the actual rows. So if there's 100 rows going back and forth, it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can tally them off as you go. But there's a girl in the Fiber Guild that does that with all of the patterns she follows. And I was like, that's a very simple thing for me to add. And I've noticed that I've been using it instead of a row counter. But the first ones I'll show you are ones, the videos are already done. I not released yet. The videos, it's going to be a while. Probably, I've got 2 more patterns. I'm going to try to get enough stuff going to where this will start in maybe 2 months. But here is a left twist cable square 2-stitch. No, that's not the pattern for it. I've got a stockinette square. It's just, your regular knit stitch. And of course, your pattern for it. There is a seed stitch square. And the pattern for it. This one's just ribbing. And there's the pattern for it. The patterns have the written version and the graph chart, so you can go by whatever you want. This is a basket weave square. And the pattern, yes, the pattern for it. This is a textured one. It's called the welted rib stitch, which most of these blocks are just knit and purl stitches. This is one of my favorites. It's the lattice seed stitch. Jax, you can come in. I'm going over the squares I'm making.
So, what time? I'm gonna work around
2.
I have to be there at 2.
Yeah, just let me know when you're ready to leave.
Yep.
All right, give me chunks. Come here, my baby. I gotta go get her. All right. Chungus was in here sitting with me for a while earlier. Yeah, that's fine. This is duct tape. No, no. The rotating loom is really nice to video on because it holds still. But I'm using them on a 1/2 inch gauge loom. So any 1/2 inch gauge loom with at least 50 pegs on it, you'll be fine. Okay, okay, duct tape. Hold on. You can't sit on my shoulder. I know I love you too, honey. Here, let's put you down. Let go, let go. All right. I'll get back to show you the rest of these blocks. All right, and this one is, what is it called? It's baubles, but bauble, oh, the ridge bauble stitch. The lines going this way are bauble stitches. Yeah, so far none of the blocks that I've done yet are double knit stitches where you have to use 2 looms. If you have the rotating loom, you can use it, but I'm doing the blocks. Some of these I'm using Cindywood looms, some of them using KB looms. I'm going to kind of switch them out and use some different brands. Okay, so these are the ones that are already, videos are edited and uploaded, they're just not live. This is the block that I did editing on today. I've been live through the entire editing process of the video and posting it and everything. And this is a right twist cable, 2-stitch cable. What was the name of this? I think this is just a texture. It was just a texture I saw. And not all these aren't, most of these aren't like original designs. I didn't come up with the diamond moss stitch. I found it in like a super old knit stitch dictionary and I thought it was just super cute. But then I got my 2-collar plaid, which this one I did on a Cindywood loom. And of course, when I edit the video, I'm going to have to make a note that all the blocks are like 100 rows. But when you start getting into collar work, see, that's no longer a square, that's a rectangle. There is a significant size difference, and these both have the same number of rows, so I will have to adjust that in the PDF. So if I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 13 squares done with, I just finished that one today. 3, oh yes, because I did finish this one, with 3 left to edit. The Flexi Loom is really nice. I like the Flexi Loom a lot. Who was it? Was it Renita who came up with that design? I might be even saying her name wrong. But I think it's a fantastic design. I absolutely love it. Now, they have people, KB has people who are writing patterns for the Flexi Loom, and the Flexi Loom can just be replaced with any loom other than the double knitting rotating loom if I'm using both looms. But with KB looms, I really try to concentrate on using their double knitting loom. That's the one they want me to use. I love all their looms. Well, I do not like looms with metal pegs. That's my preference because I knit very tight. If you have an issue with breaking pegs, or the metal ones are really nice, but I've already got carpal tunnel, and using metal peg looms does tend to irritate it. I'm going to get my stapler real quick because I did finish editing this today. When I get done editing the pattern, I go ahead and staple together all my papers. This is something kind of newer I'm trying. Then if something's messed up, I can go back and see all of my notes. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna sit these back. What was the hardest one to do? The hardest block I'm working on right now so far, it's just because I'm running 3 different collars, and it's something I'm not used to because you have to, it's a lot of work. But other than that, maybe the bobble one. I'm used to doing cables, and I want things to be pretty precise, and my bobbles aren't the most even. It wasn't really difficult, it was just a lot of work. Duct tape, what are you doing back there? Yes, the cat's name is Duct Tape. Okay, so this is comment on YouTube. As a disabled person who has struggled with her hands, the Flexi Loom are awesome. They feel really good. That is a really good loom for that. Another good loom, they don't make them anymore, and they're hard to find for people who have arthritis and stuff, or I'll just show you. The in the attic looms. These looms, it was years ago when they came out, but the whole thing's made out of like rubber. Like they're all bendable. And people who have arthritis and stuff, these are fantastic. They're really, really nice. And they had even came out with a glow-in-the-dark one. But these, their gauging and everything is most comparable to like those original Nifty Knitter looms or the normal 4-piece circle sets that you see at your craft stores. But I try to get the in the attic looms anytime I can because they're not being made anymore. So I do have a few. I'll show you what the whole set looks like. So I've got 5 different sizes. The clear one is actually matches up with the blue. So here's basically the whole set. These 2 came out separately as, I think it was a mitten and sock set or something. I forget how they were originally released. But yeah, there's still some of these I'm kind of looking for. I just haven't found them yet. They used to be really, really expensive because it was, they went out of business, but you couldn't find them anywhere. And then somebody somewhere, there was like a warehouse or something where they had a bunch, and then the prices dropped on them. But I think the prices are probably back up just because they're difficult to find. And they're a loom, like these ones are 20 years old, and they're great. Which I do have an absurd loom collection. So if there are looms you guys are wanting to see what they're like you're wanting to see them in the videos and stuff and want to talk about them, just let me know, because all of it's like back here, and most of them it's not hard for me to find it and grab it. But the Flexi Loom is a fantastic loom. I really like the double knitting loom too. When I'm doing videos, it's so nice. I don't have to worry about holding it with one hand and then working with it. Okay. For this. Now the next video I'm going to edit. which will probably be Monday. I'm going to try to start going live when I'm doing my editing and stuff. Because Monday I will be editing this one. So I've got that set there, and those are there. And I'm going to show you guys how I follow the chart. So when I do my charts, for me, I found this clipboard online. It has, this opens up. So I'm able to put this, my pattern, whatever I'm following behind this. And if I don't want to just like mess up the original, I can use a dry erase marker. I've got a piece of just colored film here. And I've got this here to hold it in place. So I can just be like, okay, this row, this row, this row. And then I have my actual rows down here. And I am a sucker for little gadgets and gizmos and things. And these, I like this. I've got my loom tool in here. I've got a highlighter in there, a pen. But I keep track of where I'm at in like 2 different ways, especially when I'm doing collar work or any more confusing design, I guess. So according to this, I should be on row 37, which if I go up here and look, where's my 30? Ooh, I'm at the bottom. Nice. I didn't realize I was down that far. I line this up with row 37 and I look to see what side the arrow is on, which is on this side. So that tells me if I'm in the right spot. My working yarn should be coming from peg 50 on my loom. And it is. Now, I don't carry... So, the row before, this lighter blue stopped here. It doesn't run all the way to the end. So that's where I stopped it. Same thing with this darker blue. It stopped right there. I didn't carry it all the way to the end. So I will be starting out with the white yarn. All right, this is on YouTube. The project I'm working on now is on a 1/2-inch gauge pink flexi loom, a dragon tail scarf. Ooh, okay. That's the one where it is kind of like an asymmetrical triangle that kind of goes down like this, and it has like the ruffles all along the one edge. Is that the one you're talking about? I've seen a couple different ones. I've got a pattern. Mine's called, I think, Dragonfly Late. No. I'm not sure what it was called now. But I do have like an asymmetrical triangle scarf that gets real long and has like the ruffles on it. I did that one years and years ago. But I have been seeing some just fantastic projects in some of these different groups. All right. I'm going to pull my hair back, guys. I'm so used to just always having a hair thing on my wrist. Oh, that's better. I don't like my hair in my face. Alright. So row 37, I've got a purl stitch, knit stitch, purl stitch, knit stitch, purl stitch, because I've got my garter or seed stitch edging here. You see how this is all tangled up? But I'm really working, trying to challenge myself here. So purl, knit, purl, knit, and purl. Now I am going to, which this row is just a duplicate of the row before, so I don't really need to follow the chart for this one. I just gotta make sure I mark off the row when I'm done. All I'm just twisting the yarn. Which someone told me to help with my floats coming through to use a true knit stitch instead of the U-knit stitch. So the next row, that's what I will do. I've started this one with the U-knit, so I'll finish that. But I try not to let my floats go too far. Someone told me I can let the floats go like 5 stitches, but I don't like the look of that. Everything will be alright. And someone told me to go back and tighten. I'm in a fiber guild, and Monday was our monthly meeting, and I had one of the women there. Like, we kind of went over floats, because the difference with needle knitting and loom knitting with this is with needle knitting, it's easier to be able to pull and tighten those floats up. Everything will be alright. YouTube, I modified it, the pattern, because I couldn't move the loops over the different pegs without dropping them off, so I'm only increasing and decreasing with about 5 or 6 pegs without having to move the loops. Alright. I'm gonna say I love this song. I got a new age girl, tell her what she might, environmentalist girl. Does she ride a bike? She has a crystal necklace, spends a lot of cash, though her mind's a little reckless, she's headed for a crash. Transcendental wind, she wonders without knowing, where did I get Mary Moon? She's a vegetarian, Mary Moon, who will outlive all the septuagenarians. Oh, she loves me so, yes, to me, don't eat me, show me the money. No, a winning car, it doesn't get her far, but it gets her to where she's going. Oh no, gets her new. Hi, Alley Cat. Mary Moon, she's a vegetarian. Alright, I'm at my last of the light blue, so I will just leave that one right there. But what I've been doing is I just go ahead and untangle it right here. And your emotions way up high. And I'll just sit it in there for a moment. septuagenarians. She's an intellectual who, despite that fact, remains quite sexual. Drop the pearl stitch, pick that back up. I like to dance and it looks like this. I like to dance and it looks like this. I like to pop and rock, hit you with a little bit of rumba. And hit it, smooth, ridiculousness. I like to shake the leg. I like to nod my head. I like to walk into a party with a pirouette. Come on away. If you think my way all day, my kind of magic, it's automatic. Feel like dancing, feel like dancing, even if it's raining. Now, as soon as I finish a row, I gotta mark it off on my list. That was row 37. Now I'm on row 38, which again is a repeat of 37. I've got 3 more rows that are a repeat, but I gotta make sure I mark off each one so I know I don't want to make the squares the wrong sizes. Bump up, kicks, pick up, beat the bit. Gymnastics. Okay, this row I will do the true knit stitch. Angel lying in my bed, give me no smooth talk, unless you got a good moonwalk. Smile with your hips, smile with your hips. My kind of magic, it's automatic. I feel like dancing, I feel like dancing. Even if it's raining, I'm not complaining. I feel like dancing, I feel like dancing. 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 I feel like dancing. Freeze! I like to dance and it looks like this. I like to dance and it looks like this. We like to dance and it looks like this. Smile with your hips, smile with your hips, smile with your hips. What kind of magic? It's automatic. I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing. Even if it's raining, I'm not complaining. I feel like dancing. 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 We feel like dancing. We feel like dancing. We feel like dancing. Oh, I forgot to twist the white in, and I don't want to run it 5 stitches. So I'm going to go back a couple. Here we go. We'll run it 3. Girl, to be with you is my favorite thing. I can't wait till I see you again. I wanna put on my baby shoes. Just boogie with you. I wanna put on my baby shoes. Just boogie with you. Can't get enough. I wanna put on my boogie shoes just to boogie with you. This row, I'm trying doing the true knit stitch and pulling the floats tight. Let's see what type of a difference that makes. Unfortunately, I won't be able to tell what type of difference it is until I get a little farther along. Oh, I got a comment here. Okay, it's a YouTube comment. That's the one thing I have to be concerned about with yarn, especially if I'm doing multicolors. So make sure it doesn't get tangled in a wheelchair. Ooh, yeah. No, I have seen people do different things. I've just got these right here because I mean it was just easier for me to wind it in a ball, and then when I'm done, just untwist it. I can put this in the middle and just throw them in there. Which I don't know if you knew this or not, but Cindy Wood Looms makes an attachment, I believe, that will hook to a wheelchair to hook a loom to. Because I know they had made, because they'll do custom orders, and I remember they had made yeah, I was doing 100 rows. When I did my initial gauging, I did the gauging with just like a garter stitch edge, and that was the math that came out for me. So it's not exact for all the squares. There are some that when I go back to do videos, I will have to edit the number of rows, but I'll show in the video how many you got to edit out. But anyway, Cindy Wood, I remember at one point they made it was for a woman in a wheelchair. It was a normal wooden loom like this, but one end they made extra big, and she had a clamp that came with it to where she was able to clamp it on her wheelchair, just the arm there, and then she could work. But if there's stuff like that that's not on their website, you can have looms custom made. Can't believe it's happening in my own town. If I can avoid doing the true knit stitch, I will use a U-stitch every time. But I know the true knit stitch is going to have the best stretch to it. It's going to have the best kind of just look at the end. Go ahead and tighten the white. Twist that in. Yeah, don't listen to Warren G. You don't get in a car with a stranger. Like, y'all want to get trafficked? That's how you get trafficked. Places to travel. Which I am going to have to get off here soon. I got to take Jax to work. And then by the time I get back, Kiana will be home. So that will be it for my lives today. Unless if I pop on later, it'll probably be testing because I'm trying to get my computers set up to where I can stream live on them. I know there's some certain extensions and stuff I can use to where I'm able to stream multiple services or multiple platforms from one computer at the same time. This is YouTube. I have a plastic Halloween cauldron and trick-or-treat bucket that I hang off a little kitchen cart and keep it above the ground so it doesn't get tangled. That works. And I think Halloween stuff is good decoration for all year. We ever get our hands on one of those like 10-foot tall skeletons, it's going to be out there all year. I'll just knit, I don't know, I'll knit stuff for it for different holidays. Perfect. I like the way you're working, no digging. 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 Yeah, I'm gonna finish this row out, and then I'm gonna get doing some other stuff. But if you guys haven't, make sure you are following or subscribed. I mean, different, whatever you're on, it'll have different phrases for it. But make sure that you are following me, subscribe, turn notifications on, all those things. And then when I do go live, you can set it to where you will get a message, like an email, to let you know. It'll also let you know when I have new content come out. I just did that the opposite direction. In my mind. Am I right? I said that wrong. Okay, that one's supposed to be a knit stitch. Then a purl stitch. Purl, purl, yes. Okay, let me untangle these. Now here's one problem I have. My yarn will get tangled because my hair will get stuck in it. I've got like a 3-foot hair here. There we go. No digging. Now it is easier to untangle with different looms. The weight of this one, I don't do it, but when I'm down to like 2 strands, you can just kind of hold the loom up and it will untwist itself. There we go. So that's for now, let me go ahead and mark my row off. That was row 38. And now on row 39. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, turn on notifications, follow whatever your options on the social media you're on. Right now I'm on TikTok and YouTube. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And stream over here.